What if the entire world of credit, the cards in our pockets, the points, the debt, the banking empires, all began because one man forgot his wallet? Not a boardroom decision, not a federal policy, just a guy realizing at dinner that he couldn't pay the bill. And honestly, we've all almost been there. The year was 1949. A businessman named Frank McNamara was dining at Major's Cabin Grill in New York City. It was a nice place. White tablecloths, waiters with perfect posture, the kind of place where you pretend you understand the wine list. Everything was going smoothly until the check came, and Frank realized he had no cash. None. Zero. Just one of those moments where your soul temporarily leaves your body. His wife had to rush over and pay, which, yeah, probably didn't feel great for him. But instead of shrinking from the embarrassment, Frank did something else. He asked, why do we even need to carry cash in the first place? If businesses trusted him to pay later, why couldn't there be a system, a card, that let people settle the bill afterward? Just like that, the Diners Club card was born, the world's first modern credit card. But here's what most people never hear. It didn't start as a card for everyone. It started as an exclusive gentleman's club for businessmen. And this is where the story shifts, because for decades, women weren't allowed to join. When Diners Club launched in 1950, there were only 200 members, all men, all businessmen, all part of the same social circle. And the idea was simple. Instead of paying the restaurant right away, the restaurant would send the bill to Diners Club, and Diners Club would send the bill to you later. Basically, it was trust on a piece of cardboard. Not plastic yet. The first cards were literally cardboard, printed with names like membership badges. And restaurants loved this, because if a man carried a Diners Club card, it meant something. He traveled, he networked, he had money, or at least the image of it. It wasn't just a payment method. It was a signal of status. Kind of like how people today casually place their metal card on the counter like, oh, this? No big deal. Same energy, just older suits. Soon, hotels joined, then airlines, then high-end shops. Credit, which had always been something private, something handled behind back desks and banker doors, suddenly became portable. You could carry trust with you. But this new world had a gate around it. Because remember, this was a society where the financial system didn't trust everyone equally. Men could build credit, travel, network, and spend freely. But women? Women were expected to ask permission. And that takes us to the part of the story most people don't know. The part where an entire half of the population was locked out of the credit system. Not metaphorically, literally denied by law. So here's where the story turns. For decades, if a woman wanted a credit card, she couldn't just apply. The bank would ask, where is your husband? Even if she had her own income, even if she paid her own bills, even if she was more financially responsible than the man standing beside her. The system simply did not recognize women as independent financial adults. Banks required a husband's signature, and even then, the card would be opened under his name, not hers. If she was single, divorced, or widowed, many banks simply said no. This wasn't the 1800s, this was the 1960s and early 70s. Your grandmother may have lived through this. Your mother might have lived through this. And because the financial world has a very particular sense of irony, women could be astronauts before they could be trusted with their own credit card. Yes, literally. But change finally came in 1974, when a group of women who had been denied loans, denied business accounts, denied financial independence, decided to fight back. Their lawsuits, combined with growing pressure from women entering the workforce, helped push Congress to pass the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, a law that finally made it illegal to deny credit based on gender or marital status. That was the moment the financial system cracked open, not because it wanted to, but because women forced it to. And just like that, the world of credit went from an exclusive club to something any person could hold in their hand.
A wallet forgotten, a club of the powerful, and a law that finally opened the door for everyone else. If you want to understand how everyday objects changed who gets to live, move, and choose freely, follow Axiom. New stories, same depth.